it is a new era for the Cubs under new manager David Ross.
But most of the same players. Let's join Matt Zahn live at spring training in Arizona. Hey, Matt.
Hello, how are you doing? Most of the Cubs have already arrived here in Arizona, even though the position players don't technically have to show up until this weekend. Today, the official report day for pitchers and catchers. Now, we're seeing a lot of familiar faces here. The big question as spring training begins, is that a good thing? Guys like Anthony Rizzo and Jason Hayward were out here getting some early work in. There just aren't any big-name new additions to talk about because the Cubs, as we all know by now, didn't add anyone of significance in the offseason. Theo Epstein tried to calm Cubs fans' worries about the current makeup of the roster while also pointing to the new man in charge in the dugout, David Ross.
We underperformed last year. We've been open about that, and there have been a lot of changes behind the scenes. Some of our non-playing personnel, and then there have been tweaks on the roster. But I'll be honest, it hasn't been as much a turnover as we expected. I know, you might bring some eye rolls because there wasn't the kind of significant change to the roster that could have happened under another iteration of this. But I'm genuinely optimistic about this group. I feel like, the talent, I think it's getting overlooked a little bit, and that's our own fault. That's what this is about. That's what the changes are about. That's what Rossi's here to do.
I'd actually say sometimes success can bring a lack of just things that the focus can get awry, I think, at times, and we tend to focus on some other details as our careers evolve. Still a lot of good talent and good numbers getting put up there, but the attention to detail and the winning ways that I find important, I think, are the ones I'm just going to hammer home.
Over at Camelback Ranch, the White Sox will have their first workout for pitchers and catchers tomorrow. Today, Sox chairman Jerry Reinsdorf unveiled a new Ballpark Boulevard extension that will help clear up congestion, getting people in and out of the park, and there will probably be even more fans than normal with the hype surrounding this year's team. Although a little bit of a different vibe here at Cubs camp, but Theo Epstein says he believes they still have the talent, and he seems to think that David Ross is the guy to bring out the talent in this current roster. Live from Mesa, Arizona, Matt Zahn, CBS 2 News.